IIIT Bangalore is far better than IITs in most of the IITs and NITs also. Now let me get you through the data of how IIIT Bangalore is working. If you look at the data, you actually have, it was established in 2005, which is about 20 years back. And by the way, IIIT Bangalore, it used to offer only integrated master's programs, which is, after JEE Advanced, what you get, integrated 5-year program. But 2024 onwards, they are also offering a specialized BTech program, right? Formed in 2005, it's a private deemed to be university, but it is public-private partnership. That's very important for you to understand. And it is run by a foundation. Over 9 acres of land. The NIRF ranking of this is 74, but in my opinion, it deserves far, far better, at least in engineering for sure. It should be less than 25-30 in my opinion. And NAC A grading is A+. The total student population, about 11% are girls and about 90% are boys. When you look at the NIRF data, again, it is very revealing. In the year 22-23, when you look at the data, right, of the 110 students who graduated, 102 were placed at 27.3 lakh rupees median salary. Later in the program, I'll also show you the comparison of how IITs are delivering at the same level. But at this point in time, just look at this, 27.3 lakh median salary and almost 100% students placed, because about 7 students pursued higher education. So 110 passed and all the 110 almost got placed, but for those students who chose to study further. Now when you look at this data year on year also, it is almost similar, that you're dealing with almost 100% kind of placement, 99% here, 97% here and 100% here. And the placement salaries have been consistently growing from 20 lakh to 23 lakh to 27.3 lakh rupees in the last year, which is 22-23. So when you have this kind of data, where about 115 students were admitted, 110 passed out, 102 were placed, 7 decided to pursue higher education, 99% placement at 27.3 lakh median salary. These are very, very good data points. And the kind of companies that come for placement also are very, very good, right? From Amazon to Cisco, Google, Qualcomm, Nvidia, Walmart, you name them, everyone seems to be here. IBM, so Goldman Sachs. So you actually have the best of the companies are going for placement at IIIT Bangalore. But we need to corroborate that with actual information out there on the ground. And we'll also do that because this is from a company brochure and we're going to corroborate that at a very granular level. Now, to corroborate that, what we did was we went to LinkedIn and looked for alumni who studied at IIIT Bangalore. And we found about 29,951 or close to 30,000 students who studied at some point in time in IIIT Bangalore and are right now working in different companies across the globe. So when we looked at the 30,000 alumni that studied at IIIT Bangalore and where they're working, we found very, very interesting data on LinkedIn. And the data says that at some point in time, 1,466 students, which is almost 5% of the alumni of IIIT Bangalore, worked at IBM, of which currently 266 are working. Right. Similarly, in Amazon, about 1,244 students worked at Amazon, 823 students at Oracle, 677 at Cisco, 600 at Microsoft, 457 at EY, Ernst & Young. Even now, as we speak, about 266 of its alumni are right now working at IBM, 366 are working in Amazon, 255 in Oracle, 175 in Cisco, 245 in Microsoft, and 154 in EY. So very clearly, these companies seem to have gone for placement at IIIT Bangalore, because of which you could find so many people even now working, and almost 5% of its students, even Amazon 5%, because I think they have large offices in Bangalore also, Amazon and IBM and Oracle. So that seems to be also the case. But very clearly, about 553% in Oracle, Amazon, and IBM is a very good number to boast about. We also looked at the other companies that go for placement or where the students, alumni of IIIT Bangalore are working, and there we again found that Qualcomm is a big number. About 439 students worked at Qualcomm at some point, of which 191 are right now working at Qualcomm. In JP Morgan Chase, 420 worked and 189 are right now working. In Walmart Global, 122 are working. Google, 166 are working. Nvidia, 51 are working, and 15 are working in Meta. So even the big companies, the big tech companies, the trillion-dollar companies like Meta, Nvidia, Google, Microsoft, all these companies seem to be going there for placement, or the students have learned so much that they find the way of getting in and working in these companies, and that is credit to IIIT Bangalore. The other data point that we always look for is, okay, the students who studied at IIIT Bangalore are working in big companies in big roles and are earning a lot of salary, but where are they working? Because if the institution is good, then the students would at some point in time, over a period of time, start working outside because they keep growing on the career path and reach the headquarters. So they would be working all over the globe. So when we looked at that data also, it is very revealing because about 16% of its students of IIIT Bangalore are outside of India, of which about 5% are in USA. So 16% are outside of India. And if you further at a granular level, you look at it, obviously I showed you about IBM, Adobe, and some of the Cisco and all those kind of companies. 36% of the students are working in Bangalore, right? In Delhi, about 8.5%. In Maharashtra, which is Bombay and Pune, it's about 12.2%. In Hyderabad, it's about 8%, and so on and so forth. So you actually see that the students who had studied at this institution are all over the country in the biggest metros possible, or are working outside of India. About 16% of its students are working outside of India. Now, what I'm about to show is a comparison of how IITs performed at its placement data as compared to IIIT Bangalore. And this is very crucial because I've already showed you that at a lesser rank also you're likely to get into these IIITs, but the performance of IITs would also be reflective of the core engineering branches that they have. Whereas IIITs only are offering new age technology courses. So you should understand this with that kind of a caveat. And when you look at that data, you realize that the kind of placement at IIT Madras is 91%. In IIT Delhi, it's only 86%. In IIT Kharagpur, it's only 85%. But when you come to IIITs, the placement here is 100%, 99%, 99%, 99% and 100%. So IIITs seem to be placing all its students, whereas the IITs seem to be struggling to place some of its other branch students. The other thing that happened is the median salary. When you look at the median salary, at IIT Madras, the median salary is 16.63 lakh. At IIT Delhi, it's 20 lakh. At IIT Bombay, it's 19 lakh, and so on and so forth. But when you come to IIT, the IIITs, in Hyderabad, it's 30.3 lakhs, and in Bangalore, that we're discussing now, it's 27.3 lakh rupees. So the median salary, if you look at it as an overall institution, is far better. But again, with the caveat I'm saying, if you're getting into any of the IITs with the CS and IT branches, please go ahead and take it. But don't change your branch preference just because you want to study at IIT, because possibly the IIITs are a better option for you if you're getting the IIITs, because you're going to learn what you are interested in, and two, your median salary and the placement guarantee is almost there. And that's very important for you to understand if you're in the less than 2000 rank kind of a bracket. So with all this data that I showed you, the fact that IIIT Bangalore was established with the government of Karnataka, right, along with big companies like Infosys partnering them, the fact that about 15% of students are working outside of India and about 6% are working in USA alone, the fact that you actually have about 27 lakh kind of a placement, median salary placement, with highest salary being about 60-75 lakh rupees, and the fact that almost 100% of its students are getting placed, right? This makes it a very, very good option for students who are not likely to get into the CS or IT branches of IITs and still want to study CS and IT or new age tech courses, because any of the IIITs, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Gwalior, Allahabad, they're very, very good options for you if you're getting less than 2000 rank and still want to pursue CS and IT, and these are very good options for you. If you still have any questions, please write to me in this video thread, and I'll be more than happy to have my research team work on it and come up with another video. If you have any questions, please write to me personally, and I'll also respond to that. And please subscribe to the channel and forward this to those students who are wanting to only have the IIT tag while not getting into learning what you will ultimately be a career path, because that is very crucial for you, and that is my objective. That objective of Career 360 is to help you decide the best college, the best course, and the best pathway which is the best for you, and not be driven by tags. And IIITs seem to be delivering far better than IITs in that context. Thank you so much. Namaskar.